Hello, everyone. Adam here from Three Count Radio, and today I have the future, in my opinion, anyway, of the old indie wrestling and the Ace of Spades. It is Ace Wheeler. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, mate. Doing very, very well. Very chilled day. Very, yeah. Can't complain. Never complain on here.
The Sunday in it, it's Sundays for chills,
Sundays are
unless
always the
unless,
chills.
unless you go in the gym.
Yeah, I keep saying I need to get back into
Eh,
that. We'll start off slow. It's fine. How have you been? What have you been up to over? Well, you say you've been in the gym, but yeah, what have you been up to?
just, just really that really, and trying to get all my protein in the day. But yeah, I've been a bit of a slow one today.
Mm,
With it being Sunday, just, normally during the week I'm hammering in the gym. I'm super busy with work and so I don't really get much time. And then going the train at the unit as well. So it's
oh yeah,
come quite busy. Sunday's kind of like a day off for me. Obviously, I go to the gym, but it's kind of like we don't have any shows half the time unless it's a mutiny on a Sunday. So it's kind of like a little chill day. Ace Wheeler doing Ace Wheeler things day. You know, just one of them things.
uh, well, I don't know if I want to know about East really does in his spare time, but
Uh, you know,
we're loving it right now. We were just talking off camera before about how LWF is right now, and I gotta say, after the Super Hesketh show we just had, uh, I think Maddie needed to find her boots after getting speared, and it might be one of the most brutal, gruesome spears I've seen in a while. That was a mad, mad spear, mate.
well, the thing is with the spear, I can't really control. I just run and do it.
Mm,
But all character work aside, she took that spear really well. So, for her to come in, with the age that she is, and to
yeah,
take her, it is a pretty big move to take, even though it's just a spear. You've got to give her that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Some people are a bit sketchy, but she took the spear and she took it well. So it's it's obviously when I was in character, my character just didn't care.
no.
He just want, he just. But I'm like that in real life when I'm quite an angry fella myself. So being my character, being angry, it kind of fits. It's not
Yeah,
that much of
character.
a
Yeah.
difference, really.
What character?
No, it's only just developing because I'm each show, with the promos, I'm doing new things, I'm trying new stuff. So, stuff that might not work, stuff that does work. It's you've got to try stuff to then able to take advantage of it in sort of a way. But
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, when I first started training with the LWF, I got asked like, what sort of move would you like to do? And I was like, because I'm a big fan of Randy Orton, I was like, I really want to do an RKO. Cause that was my first choice of a move, but I don't know if I can say his name on here, but I'm just gonna go with the Wise Man because he trained me. So, can I say his name on here?
Is there a reason you can't?
I'm just like, it's not bad. Like,
Is he a good guy? Like,
well, yeah, he's a good guy, yeah. But so I can, yeah,
go for it.
yeah. Not that many people. obviously the wrestlers will know, but not that many people who watch this out of the LWF will know. But the person who trained me was in fact Mr. B himself.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
So
can say his name. Yeah,
um, Mr. B was the person who come up to me and said, "You'd be nice with a good spear." And at first I was like, because it's a bit of it's a move that you see, all every show near enough, not just in the LW. Like I watch all kinds of shows, and you just
mm,
see everyone. So I thought I was a bit like that at first, but when I started using it, I thought because it's one of them moves you can do to anybody at any time. So because there was a few people using like a cutter, like an RKO, it's a bit, you don't want to be. It takes the not impact, but if you're doing the same move as them, it like
yeah.
sort of thing. So with my spear, I've been told I've got like a bit of a Goldberg spear, but every time it just keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Friday's show, but um, respect to Bob Costin as well.
Yeah, I saw that
But
today.
he's I don't think he's ever took a spear like that before, but but he took it like a champ. Um, and like I said with the spears,
Mm.
it's getting stronger and it's see, I don't know how much impact I'm going to do until I've actually got them.
Yeah,
But it's I think from my character's perspective, it's a good way to end a match.
I like it. I it's a lot of it is to do because I remember I was talking to someone about
Blue drink. Whoa.
um blue drink. Hey,
You'll never see me without that on the show.
blue drink, blue can. um, I think it was Lance Rivera, I believe I was talking to, who has the super kick, and he said what's different to hit, like because everybody does a super kick nowadays.
Yeah,
But he said what was different was his is like his finishes the match. He wins with his. So I like that idea. So like, whether someone has it or not, because yeah, there are a lot of spears, there are a lot of cutters, because I believe the way I see it is people want to pay homage to the people they grew up watching.
yeah,
Um, but if you do it well, and I mean like you absolutely smash it, then that's your move. Don't,
yeah. I mean, to say it wasn't my first choice, I was, but like I've been watching like videos of me spears since my very first match with Mr. B himself, and I just don't think that with the way I use the spear, I don't think that why it shouldn't be a match ender.
I,
Because
I, it's
if you
brutal.
take a spear like that, you shouldn't be getting up really. But
No, I like it. It is. It's brutal. The one you like, because we were where we were stood. We were stood near the hard camp because I was shadowing Ryan for the sound for the music because I did the Aton's music for when he won and the entrance to the main event, and then roaming camera, which is harder than it looks. A lot of it is just camera like that, but holding your arms up for that long, was it's a lot harder than it looks. But it's in those that predicament, isn't it, where you're like, I can't really say how much my arms hurt right now because I'm surrounded by wrestlers who have just put on a wrestling match. All I did was that. So I can't say that shit. So but yeah, when you hit that spear, like you could none of us swore because we're professionals, but there was if you see the hard cam footage of it, there was a lot of noise. from coming from where we were. I was like,
So which one, the Mr. B match?
from where? Oh, from your spear on Maddie. After
Oh,
that
from my
spear,
spear on Matt.
there was a lot of noise. Yes, there was a lot of noise. It was brilliant, really, really good.
I
And
mean, when
you mentioned Bob as well. Big up to Bob. I love Bob Costum.
yeah, I mean, for the first time, this is the first time I've ever like worked with Bob Coston. Um, I've been watching his matches up to the match. You know, from his previous matches with his little feud he had with Getsky. You know, stuff like that. The Nate Reese matches, and to be able to work with someone like that, you know, it's fantastic, and to be, to share in the ring with him. He's good. He's a good wrestler, and obviously that's why he's been there for this amount of time,
Hmm.
because he can put a match on, and to be able to take me in when I haven't been doing it. Like, I think I've been doing it seven months now. I think 7 8 months now. I think so. I'm still like a baby to it. But to be put in the ring against, like, I'd say he was a veteran in Bob
I'd say
Coston.
so.
I feel like it was a good, it was a good opportunity for me to not only show the people who are watching what I can do, but show him what I can do as well. I mean,
100%.
some of my matches are different, because most of the time recently I've been in tag team matches,
Yeah.
so I haven't really had I've been in the ring, but I haven't like been able to spend time in the ring, with it being a tag team match. So
Yeah.
to get back to one on one matches, it was good, and it was a change for me as well, because I think my last one on one match that I had was against Clash, I think, for the Red Rose belt
It was. It
for the
was.
music
Yeah, you're
thing.
right.
And don't get me wrong, I've got not on against tag team matches. I'll do any sort of match, but to be in a one on one match, and for me to be able to like sort of half lead the match, it was you know, a bit like, oh, a lot of things to remember.
Yeah.
But I've watched the match back so many times. The one from Friday working with Bob. Um, yeah, and it went really well. And I've watched the Hesketh match back, because I've just sitting there and I've just been watching me spear Maddie over and over again. but no, but that tag team match as well, working with Moonbird, and yeah, it's been amazing. I've had an amazing run so far.
There aren't many people more over than Moonbear. I think. Like,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think it's the Lankadors and Moonbear like that. It's
to be able to work with Moonbird in the ring, and you know, I think for the short amount of time that I've been in the ring with Moonbird, I think we've got quite good chemistry in the ring, should I say? I think we bounce off each other. Same with like me and all my matches I've had, we seem to like bounce off each other. I mean, my second wasn't my second or my third match I had against Marauder at the Mutiny show.
um I think it
I
was. I
think,
think so.
yeah, that was probably one of me most action-packed matches. There was a lot
Yep.
of spots in that match. Hats off to Marauder, because from doing the stunts that he does,
Hmm.
it's what makes him who he is in the ring. Because
The
when you
man's a
think,
mental case.
yeah, same with the Lancadors. Whenever the Lancadors have been advertised for a match, the only thing that keeps getting said is, "Oh, what they doing now?"
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I actually, before I had my first match, when I was just starting to train, I watched them at Slamaganza against Chris Stone and Nick Cutter, and I was like, "All right, this should be all right." because I've did that. I never seen the Lankadors in the ring up until then,
Oh.
and yeah, and then they come out and then they were going through ladders, chairs,
Yeah.
tables, and I was like, what? But yeah, so you know, it kind of intrigued me even more because like they do match types like that. So it's like, ooh. I don't know if you've seen on the advertisements. I've actually got a triple threat match coming up
I think you have.
with Clash and Ryan Lowe, which should be exciting. My
I think I've seen
first,
that, yeah.
my first type of extreme rules match that I've been in, so that should be fun.
Oh, God.
You know, it's been a dream of mine, and it'll always be a dream of mine to get put through a table. I don't care how I get put through. But, uh, before my career's done, I want to get put through a table. So,
Yeah, I think that one should be interesting.
yeah, I'm looking
Uh,
forward to that.
I remember at the Army Reserve Centre, it was I forgot what it was called now. Some form of a street fight match. It had a mental name. It was Synergy versus Clash and
Oh, I think
the
I've
Road
seen a clip of
faction.
that.
It was the Road faction. I forgot what Clash's Road faction was called again.
Was it Shining Wizards?
Shining Wizard, that's it. They'll hate me for forgetting that. Um, there was
You're getting booked in a match now.
oh no, but yeah. There was a spot, and it wasn't a gimmicked, this guitar. And Anderson Daniels, who is not human, like he's huge. Him and Troy, I to this day just don't believe they're human. They are massive. Bang right on Clash's back, and it sounded like a gunshot. So yeah, Clash. That's the kind of Clash with no rules. That yeah, that's the kind of person you're getting in the ring with there. So I remember going up to him after the match and talking about it, and he went, "It was fun." He was laughing about it. I was like, "You're mental, okay? You're mental."
Something to look forward to then, yeah. Hmm.
Can't see. With Ryan, I think we both saw the carnage that went down at the main event of the Super Hesketh show. Love
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely mental.
a good match that. Hats off to all of them in the match.
Oh, great.
No, putting on a good show.
And as a whole, just the whole show in general, I'm loving the way I'm loving where AWS going right now. It's like the talent they're bringing in, homegrown talent, local homegrown talent, the just everything really. I'm loving everything that's going on, and everybody knows my closeness with IWF and my ties there. So I know it might sound a bit biased, but
But
I'm not. I promise I'm not being biased. It genuinely is incredible. It's happening right now. It's great.
yeah, it's getting beyond, isn't it?
Mm, yeah.
I mean, I mean, every show I've been on since people's trying to make me laugh during the match, and yeah, Ace Wheeler's just not one for laughing. Eh,
And now that you said that, I've been known to make quite a few people corpse, quite a few people laugh. So now that you said that, I will try.
won't happen. Won't happen. Um, I mean, on Friday we had a lad trying to be funny, trying to make me laugh. So you know,
Yeah, I saw that.
um, yeah, and then yeah, you're gonna see a lot of Mikey Fitzgerald saying, "I apologise for Ace Wheeler's behaviour." You're gonna see a lot more of that to come. But no, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, I don't mind it if the fans want to go. You know, and it just shows you that Ace Wheeler's not like the rest of them.
Yeah, have a go. Don't go too far, but have a go. you paid your ticket. I understand you paid your tickets, but they might get a headbutt. But,
And
like
they should put that on the advertisement, really, shouldn't
that.
they?
In the
Watch yourself when Ace
bylaws at the
Wheeler comes
bottom.
out. But the noise I got out of that, it
Oh,
was
I'm not
just
surprised.
as soon as I done it, everyone was like, "Shit!" And then yeah, it was that could have gone either way. So you know, but everyone loved it. Um, yeah, I got told it was a good spot. I was a bit like that at first, but
Mm.
you know, it all panned out, didn't it? So
Yeah, look, a good spot.
I
Definitely.
think that rather fits into my character. If you
Mm.
know stuff like that, you're gonna get in my face. You know, you
Consequences.
yeah, pretty much yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty much it.
it's
Consequences for
it's
your
all about
actions.
the boundaries. But my character's one of them where it's like he makes his own rules up.
Hmm.
No one tells Ace Wheeler what to do. That sort of thing.
I'm,
But
I'm I'm liking
yeah,
it right now. I am. I'm liking the trajectory your character's going in, and just honestly, from the heart, to say you've only been going for about 8 months is crazy.
I
You,
know. Well,
you're putting on
I
great
was,
matches, mate.
I was. Thank you. I mean, I was training for 3 weeks, and then I got offered the chance to face Mr. B in a match, and I was like, 3 weeks. But I think that first match with how that match went down, I think it was, you know, sort of. We'll put him on a few more shows after that. Um, because I never thought my first match would be as good as what it was. 'Cause,
I can understand that.
you know, and then when it turned out like it done, I was quite shocked because I was like, I really just done that. But and then obviously every match since then I've started to get better and better and better. Uh, I mean, the biggest noise that I had was like halfway through the match when I hit that rolling drop kick. Everyone
Right.
was a bit like, "Ooh," but it's when you look at my character, you don't expect him to do something like that, which makes it
Mm.
even better. So
Yeah, yeah, you don't.
it's just one of their moves that,
Was it? Am I correct in saying it was like from the outside and you jumped in and rolled?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Bloody, yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, someone like you don't expect that. So I like
I
it.
mean, I just I just tried it in training. I just thought, you know, I was supposed to just do a normal drop kick in the ring, but when I got told to do a drop kick, I was outside the ring. So I just rolled in and then done it. And ever since then, they were like, that was good, but it was, so that's how it came about. I wasn't supposed to roll in. I was just supposed to do a normal drop kick, but
I put a little bit of spice on it. A bit,
yeah, and it was just one of them things where it was this at that moment. I thought I'll just roll in and do it, but the height that I get on it, which makes it even better.
well,
So
that's one of those things, though, isn't it? Like it's lightning in a bottle. Usually, the best kind of things come when it's in the moment, not usually when you're if it's like, kind of like a say like a promo or something like that. Or it's like one thing I got told was if you ever hear something saying pop culture or when you're on the train or anywhere, and if you're a heel and you hear someone say something and they sound like a right bad end, you can look at that and go, I can write that down. It's like the little lightning in the bottom moments. Usually, they're the best moments. Like you were on the outside, so you rolled in like that and then did it, and it worked. Usually, they're the ones that work is when it's lightning in the bottle and it's boom, quick on your feet. Usually, that's what actually works for you and actually helps, rather than meticulously planning every little thing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I really enjoy doing that drop kick. It's like it's one of my other good moves apart from the spear sort of thing. So it's obviously I haven't been using it every match, but
Mm.
it's got to be for me. It's got to be a reason why I'm using the drop kick.
Yeah,
It's got to make sense why I'm using it. I can't just roll in at any point when it's got to make sense for the match for me to do that.
I like that
I mean,
psychology.
I'm looking at different ways I can hit it, but I'm having all these ideas to try and switch it up a bit. So maybe I could hit it somewhere different. Um, you know, which will get a crowd reaction, but it's got to make sense for me to do it on that part, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Psychology of a match. Completely get it. But I like that kind of thing. I like that rather than just doing something for the sake of doing it. There needs to be a reason for you to do something. It wouldn't make any sense in the real world if you were to do something just for the sake of, oh, I'll do it. Like,
Yeah,
if you were provoked into doing something, then you're gonna do it. But you're not just gonna do something for the sake of doing something. Usually there's a reason behind what you're doing, and I think that can be sometimes be a difficult part in finding, okay, like why. It's like I remember I was at promo class and he was like, right, okay, why? I was like, and that's
yeah,
that. It's such a simple question, isn't it? But it can be quite a difficult question to answer if you don't have that reasoning as why do I want to do this? Why am I doing this drop kick, and what scenario would bring the drop kick out of me to do it. So
yeah.
I like that. I like the thought process behind it.
I mean, I just react to what the crowd react to.
Yeah.
So they've got a little thing going at the moment where you can hear them shouting "Pasty Ace," and that's come from the Lancadors.
What a
Yeah,
shock.
they started it, and it's just carried on and followed me everywhere. Yeah. And there's a new one that they're coming with now, which I don't really want to get into that, but that's another Lancadors one as well. But
But the latter one, which if you don't want mentioning, I won't. It took me until you telling me. It took me that long for me to wonder what it is that like actually I was completely out of the loop of it.
well, to be fair, that took off more than the Pasty Ace one now. Um, as I was saying, I'm getting calls off no caller ID, and I don't know where. I think they've got my number off Facebook or wherever they've got it from. But as soon as I answer the phone, I'm answering it, and then they go hello, and I go hello what, and then they're like, is this keep? And I'm like, keep what? And then they're like, just keep off the grass, way. But
No.
you know, that's kind of took off because if you've noticed in me last like couple of matches, I do me entrance, I get in the ring. As soon as me entrance music goes off,
Hmm.
everyone's shouting it,
Yeah.
and when I'm in character, it infuriates me. Um, but yeah, that's took off. So it's yeah, it's good that they've got something to chant about. But I think what's better is I react to it.
Oh yeah.
So it's because I'm reacting to it that people are going to start doing it more because it gets me attention.
Oh yeah. You need
But yeah,
it. if a hater doesn't react to something like that, uh, come on, you have to react to something like that, or else you're losing yourself. Like
I mean,
reactions.
there is a certain individual who's commenting on me Instagram posts, and I'm sure you'll know him. But yeah, I'm getting he's um, he's getting really involved now with the keep off the thing. So it's
That close.
yeah, but I could be in work, and he just tagged me in a thing, and yeah, I mean, I believe he was going the other day on that triple threat post, calling me a Make a Wish kid. So, so
Jesus.
yeah, it took a dark turn, but
A
you know,
little bit.
nothing Ace Wheeler can't handle at the next show, you know. So,
Fucking make a wish. Jesus Christ. Fair
you
enough.
know,
Okay. That's
yeah.
that's
So it's obviously like people are hating the character.
just a
So
bit.
I'm doing my job right. So I'd say it's a win-win
No, I can't, yeah. I can't argue with that, mate.
because
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way I could go down to that ring as a babyface.
No.
I don't think, I don't think I'd ever be able to portray a baby face, but we'll see in the future. We'll see what the future holds.
Never know.
Uh,
Never know. I can't say it personally, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
I know. It's just one of them things. I mean, I'd love to have a go, like, but it's like I'm too much of, I can't say the word, but I'm too much of one of them to to be like everyone's hero. Uh, But I'm happy being the character that I'm in. I'm happy just going to the ring and throwing people about. That's what hitting spears at left, right, and center. That's what I want to do. I want to put my opponent down. So it's fun. It's fun doing that.
You don't get into wrestling to be a pacifist.
Um,
Simply put. Simply put.
but yeah,
Imagine that.
and,
That bloody Bo. Bo leave.
I don't think I'll be like that, but I am open to move up the ladder. Work with different people. So it's gonna.
Anyone in mind, anyone in particular you'd like to work with?
Uh, well, Getski's one I like to work with because
I'd love that.
no,
I'd be
we're
up for that.
quite we're quite similar, really.
Yeah,
You know, obviously I've got one of me dream matches coming up soon against Reynaldo.
indeed.
So he's one of them. Yeah, I just want to work my way through everyone really, but I can put a Moonbear's one as well. I mean, I've been
Yeah,
in tag team matches with him, like against him, but I've never actually had him one on one. So it'd be interesting down the line to maybe get into the ring one on one with Moonbear. Because I think we'll be able to put on a good match as well.
mm, for sure.
And this one's gonna be a weird one, right? Because we're both heels, but I'd love to go in a match with Friendly.
Friendly.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? But I feel like man and his character would work, would put on a good match together. Because he's quite submission based, isn't he? And
Yeah.
I'm more of like a powerhouse base, so it'll be interesting. You
So
know,
maybe in like a tournament or something you could
yeah, yeah. I mean,
put
I don't
together
know
in
if
a
they do.
tournament.
I don't know if they do two heels together, but
Circumstance, something like that. You never know.
I'd love to. I'd love to switch it up with Friendly. You know,
I like Friendly. He's one of the. I've ring announced one of its matches. It was main event against Dayton for the title. I was two people I'm actually really happy of ring announced for. But yeah, I like Fenley's his gimmick. The name is simple but brilliant.
Yeah,
So
but I'd feel like we'd need like it's at least an hour's match because our characters have both got the same sort of motive. We want to take people out. We want to hurt people. So I think with us being in the ring together, we're gonna want to hurt each other,
mm.
and I think that'll be one hell of a crazy match.
I think that could
It's
make for an interesting tag team, to be honest.
well, you know what, and that we would, it'll be interesting to see
Mm.
if that happens down the line. But I have previously been in a tag team with him, with the Sheriff against the Lancadors and Reynaldo. Yeah, that's where
Oh,
our feud started. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, I
yeah.
quite enjoyed that because even though we want to hurt people, we're both different sort of strategies. Like
Mm.
he's like as I said, he's submission based, and I'm like more
If
of a powerhouse. So yeah, that would it'll be a good team that, but it'll also be a good opponent as well. I think.
I like that. Yeah, friendly. I like that. He's one of those people that you see someone you think like I like them. Like you people you just gravitate to as a fan.
Yeah.
Friendly's one of them. Yeah,
I
but
mean, Aiton Steen's always been one since I've started
he's great.
because my characters because like I said to you before, I want to be the first ever Red Rose and the LWF champion. So my character's sort of like you want to be that guy, you want to be the top guy, then you've got to beat the top guys in the company. So I feel like, you know, he's getting a bit of a veteran killer vibes sort of thing. So, because Aiton's a veteran himself, Reynaldo respectively is a veteran as well. So Ace Wheeler's going to be concerned about, you know, ending the careers basically, like trying to take them out. Because if you want to be the top, you gotta beat the top sort of thing. So there's all kinds of people, that I'd be interested in working with. Um, and hopefully, me dream of having two belts will come true soon.
I like that.
Like I said, I want to be the first ever person to do it. So between now and then, if somebody else does it, it's it's one of them, innit? But hopefully, hopefully, Ace Wheel is the man to do it. I'm gonna push, and I'm gonna keep pushing, get myself better and better and better and better until I am at that top stage where I can go in and basically make history. That's where for me to be at the top, it's not about having one championship around my shoulder. If Ace Wheeler wants to be at the top, he's got to have all of them. So that's the way he's the character's going to be going down the line,
I love it. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, big fan of that.
and
And you and Aiton
hopefully it
sounds good.
happens. Yeah, I
You
feel
and
like that'll be a crazy match. That
yeah,
I mean, he does some crazy stunts himself, doesn't he? So I
yeah, the
feel like
lad's quite mental. To
feel like
put it
we
lightly,
could have a bit of fun there.
the lad's quite mental, and with you being a bit more of a powerhouse as well, but not you're like you're power based, but you're not like Moonbear size or Benatius or something like that. Well, the Void
I
now,
think that's what makes
but
my
that
character
would
stand
be
out
yeah, yeah.
because I'm not exactly the tallest, you know what I mean? And with me being like strong, I don't think many people expect me because of my size to be that strong. But
That's what I
it's
like, and I think that dynamic between you and Aiton would be good because you're similar height, but very different in style. So I think that can actually work quite well.
I mean, I first spoke to Ace um, after my match with Marauder, and if you remember correct, if you can remember, there was a spot in that match where I had to give him a power bomb outside the ring onto the floor. And the first words that Ethan Steen said to me when he spoke to me after, he went, "You're mad, you lad." He went,
Aiton calling you mad.
but you know,
Bloody hell.
from someone who's done death matches or extreme rules matches to see me powerbomb someone on the floor, it's it's
They're meant to, hey, yeah, you've impressed him. If he's calling you mad, you've impressed him.
I mean, I think that's the I think he's seen like a little bit of my matches there because he was getting ready for his matches.
Mm,
So, but on Friday he seen me whole match, which was good. You know, it's
good.
good to have people like Ethan Steen watching me matches. You know, and really getting into it. So, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah, yeah, seeing people you look up to for sure. Absolutely for sure. I'm exactly the same with me, but not with like wrestling, but if I was to do like an interview or if I was to do a promo or if I was to do something like within the show or anything, I'm always looking for feedback from anyone. Like I've been creating these little videos on like on my editing software. I'll be creating videos, and I won't only send them to wrestlers. I'll send them to non-wrestling, non people who don't watch wrestling as well, because I want feedback from any form of from anyone at all. So like you could do this better, you could do this better. So yeah, getting feedback from not only your peers but from someone like Aiton Steen, be getting really invested. I can only feel good.
Yeah.
It's a great thing that he's well deserved champion for the time being.
No, I mean, yeah. You know, there's love to work with him down the line. Um,
I really enjoyed
yeah,
the match for Clash as well. I thought that
yeah.
I like
Clash. Clash was first time working with Clash, but the likeness between us two, we can both take a hiding. So we just both give it to each other you know as we got it. I thought that was a good match because it was very hard hitting.
mm,
Um, but yeah, Clash is one of them where you can just hit him, but you're gonna get one back. But
oh yeah.
he's not bothered about getting punched in the face. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure he
I enjoyed that match. The only downside was I don't think the footage camera was working, so there wasn't that much footage.
uh
I think it kept falling, but that
that
was the
sucks.
well, that I know. I only got a couple of 20-second videos off my cousin who filmed it, but it I'm a bit gutted that the camera was going down because it would have been a good match to watch again.
It was a great match. So, I could be wrong. Am I correct in saying because he has the lariat, doesn't he? Am I
Yeah.
correct in saying there was a reversal chain and he ended up doing to you backwards to finish the match, or am I thinking of another match?
No, that wasn't my match.
I do
No,
remember that
he
from a
didn't.
Clash match.
He did the running one. I was running to him, and then he spun and clotheslined me. He didn't do the
That's the
ring.
one. I might be thinking of him versus PL Dotson, actually.
Oh, it might have
I think
been
it
to
might
the
have been
back.
that. I think it was
Yeah,
him versus Pierre Dotson where he did it to the back of Dotson's head. But
But there was a spot in our match, our clash, me and Clash match, where I threw him out the ring, and I thought it'd be a good idea to tease a suicide dive. So as I went to do it, I don't know if you've seen Kevin Owens do it.
yeah,
Um, so as I did, I ran to the other rope, ran back, stopped, and just rolled out. And I
yeah,
said to, I said to Clash, hey, this will get a laugh. This, the crowd will be laughing at this. So, and he was like, yeah, they'll get a laugh. So the awkward moment of when I'd done it and rolled out, no one laughed. I was like, oh, okay. but, but yeah, won't do that
I
again.
know that it's brilliant. I guess it depends on the crowd, really. But
I
yeah,
just
little
thought,
things like
you
that
know
I
what,
love.
let's just go for it.
I think Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens is one of the most genuine, like everyman wrestlers I've ever seen. In terms of everybody, boo or cheer, loves him because we can everybody can relate to him. Like his promo style and everything. You absolutely just he's right there, straight right in your heart, straight away, no matter what he says. And you're like, yeah, he's absolutely right. He might be a dick sometimes if he's here, but yeah, he's like absolutely right. So yeah, it's him. There's him, and I love the Samoa Joe walk away as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, because
Uh,
why
yeah.
wouldn't you in practice? But like, it's, no one else can do that in like the big time. No one else can do that in
That's
my eyes
good.
because he's just
Yeah,
that's like that's Samoa Joe's thing.
that's a good spot. That. Uh, yeah. I
Those
mean, if
stuff like that.
someone in the LWF done it, I think it would. I think the audience would find that funny.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, just waiting for someone to do it. Really.
I'd love to see it done in the Indies. Yeah, it would be
I mean,
hilarious to do in the Indies.
if I could pick anyone to do it in the LWF, that where they walk off, it probably would be Moonbear because it probably it would suit him, to be honest.
Let
Yeah,
him walk off underscore peace under, but just walk away like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I can
reckon
see
I
that.
reckon he'd be the man to do it.
That would be sick.
100%.
That would be sick. Yeah.
I mean, I see a lot of Samoa Joe in Moonbear, to be honest. So
Mm.
no,
Yeah, he's a very athletic for a big guy, isn't he?
yeah, yeah. I
Stupidly
actually
athletic.
told him. I actually told him that the other day. You know, credits due where credits due, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Um, yeah, he deserves a ton of credit. You know,
Massively.
you know.
Massively, yeah. It is insane.
If you go to an LWF show and you see Moonbear moving like that, you'd be like, "Fucking hell, what?"
Yeah.
Oh, it's whenever I watch his matches, I'm never surprised about what moves he's doing or how he's doing them because he's just
But it still pops me. I'm never surprised, but it still gets a pop just because of how incredible it is.
yeah.
It always
As
pops.
you say, he's improving as well. So
Yeah.
he'll probably be doing more stuff soon. So it'll be interesting to see what sort of stuff he does next.
450.
For oh, I mean, I'd be very very surprised if he can do a 450. If he can do a 450, then he smashed it.
I mean, with the middle ropes are going, I don't know.
Just do it off the top, wouldn't he?
Yeah, what is it with those middle ropes? That
Uh,
happened, and then like behind us, a few inches to the left of me, the light fell as well. So
oh yeah, yeah.
Ryan put it on the bottom, like on the floor instead of up there, because I think I think this might be what Ryan said. I think the vibrations on the amps were moving it a bit. So I think then it fell off because it was so close to the edge. I think the vibrations from the amps were moving it. So we put it on the ground. I was like, this show is cursed.
Yeah, it's
It was a it
yeah,
ended up being a great show,
but
and the fans were brilliant as well.
the show went on. I mean, if you look back to Maddie's debut match,
Yeah,
you know,
again.
we just got in for the main event and the ropes
Yeah,
went again. That was the first time they went, like what I've seen anyway. Um, but the show must go on.
yeah,
And
yeah. It was
we, you know,
awesome.
with the second rope gone, we still did everything we were supposed to do with the rope on. So it didn't really make any sort of difference.
No, no, it was great.
But
If anything, it's more impressive in my eyes that it still went on because, like, I've never worked a match. I won't work a match. I'm not a wrestler, but I can imagine it being like, at the back of your mind. Like, is it different? Is it different running the ropes without a middle rope? If you get me, was that like odd, or did it just feel the same?
I wouldn't say really there's a difference. I if you look at what I was doing, I just ran them normally. I was normally do. I
Yeah,
didn't feel any sort of. I don't know whether the others did, but I thought it was just normal as it was.
fair, fair enough.
But
Yeah, I'd have probably been like dead paranoid me, but
look, but
it ran
when I was
brilliantly.
running the ropes, I'm only feeling the top on my back as I'm running them. I don't feel like the sort of second one. So it was, it was
People don't realize as well, do they, how brutal it can be running the ropes, like when you first
yeah.
start.
I mean, the first day I was training, I had like red marks going along my back, like
Yeah,
I've just been burnt or.
yeah,
But,
yeah. I took a
once your body
picture of
gets
my
used to, once your body gets used to you running them, then it's all right. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I love running the ropes. I can run them. Yeah, I can run them for days.
I enjoyed it myself. I only had one session doing it, and I was bad at it, but I enjoyed it. Well, yeah, I took a picture of mine. It was like a badge of honor. I think
Mhm.
that like those three red marks on your back. I was happy with it, me. People, you send it to people and they think you're a masochist, but still, you, I, it's fun. I want to. It's weird because I do want to get back into training, like properly training, because it's just fun. It's really fun. Uh, Wrestling's fun.
You, you just do it then.
Yeah, uh, it's. I don't drive, so it's tough. Getting there. Like the only way you can get there, I think, for me, is by train, and I think the train station is still quite far from the performance center. It's a bit difficult, and my mum works nights. But
Yeah,
I did do one solo training session with Mr. B. I did do one late last year. I did one with Mr. B, and if I can get a few more in this year, I'd love that. I'd
yeah.
absolutely love
Why
to
not?
get a few more in. 'Cause, of
Why
course,
not?
I'm training to become a manager, so
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my goal. Because I think personally, I think especially in the indies, I think managers are underutilized. I like I
yeah,
like the manager in wrestling. Because if you
yeah,
look at
yeah,
modern managers, if you look back at Zelina Vega with Andrade back in NXT, like she was awesome.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
that's my goal. So I did train with Mr. B, and
Yeah, you'll get there. You keep doing it.
yeah, but I hadn't taken a bump in a while, and when I say a while, I mean a few years. So it was when you do standard bump and all that stuff, it was always the front bump with me. That from this to the floor, I couldn't connect. It really, it was really. difficult for me to like when I was training. I always found there was something difficult for someone, something different that was
Just a front bump.
just the front bump.
I mean,
Um,
if you need to back bump, I'll just give you the spear. You know what I mean? You learn how to back bump then. You know, it's
don't say that to me. I'd say yeah. I'm up for anything. Me, I got a couple of months ago. Got punched in the chest. I felt yeah, a couple of months ago now. It was December 3rd, Mutiny, last month. I got punched in the chest by the void. That
oh
was
yeah, I think I've seen that. Yeah.
that was harder than I thought it would be. Bloody
Oh,
hell.
he's all right. The void.
I love him with a passion. Even though he walked out on you, but I love him with a passion. During your tag match, you were tagged with the void, weren't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker to have my tag team partner chanting "Pasty Ace," which I thought that was a big slap in the face, Bernie. You know what I mean? Tag team partner chanting what the fans were chanting at me. I thought, but if you watched the video when he's shouting "Pasty Ace," if you watch it back, I couldn't react and go what because Moonbear and Maddie had me in a headlock or something like that, so I couldn't really go no no what. But it was
Wait a minute, what?
but yeah, he was shouting "Pasty Ace," and I couldn't react because I was getting double teamed. So I thought, what are you doing, lad? you know, but, yeah. So it
I
was
love
quite
him.
quite interesting. My first time tagging with the Void as well. So um,
Quite possibly the last after that.
well, I don't think Ace Wheeler would get along with him again. Like, but
He the change in gimmick for him was is it's a welcomed one. He's fantastic. I'm loving
yeah,
his work.
I mean, I think the reason he went because he wanted to speak more,
Yeah,
and I thought his other character wasn't really a speaking character.
it limited him, I think, quite a
But
bit.
I am quite interested to see what he does down the future, whether he brings Balacius back, similar to what the Fiend was doing,
Mm,
something like that. Like the Void, he could switch into the Monster and then switch back. It'd be interesting to see if he does that during the future.
that
I mean,
sounds interesting.
it'll be a good story, but
I like that. I do like this. I actually really like the sound of that because, like,
I
he's
mean,
still got that. He's still brutal. He's still a big, brutal guy. Just he's just more theatrical with it now, rather
wasn't
than God of War.
wasn't that brutal in our tag match, was he?
No, well, true.
When he got in the ring singing and dancing, you know what I mean?
He did a double.
But when he said he was going to do that, I was like, no, you're not, lad. I was like, what are you doing? And then when he was doing it, because he thought I was going to laugh when he was doing that. And because I was so in the zone, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And but it was actually quite funny that he actually done that. Um, you know, gotta respect him for doing stuff like that. But
Yeah,
he got a big laugh out of it. The fans enjoyed it.
they loved it.
But
They absolutely loved it.
when he got up, when he went, I've done a double.
That's done a
Uh,
double.
that's people think I'm a Scouser, but he actually sounded more Scouse than what I did when he got up and said that. So it was,
He actually genuinely did.
and I was like, oh no, he's good to work with. All jokes aside,
Oh,
you
he's
know,
great.
he's
He's great.
dead laid back.
Oh God,
Um,
massively. Really, yeah, he's awesome. I love him. Absolutely love him. It's
yeah, I mean,
I just
like,
sad WF in general, isn't it? They're
I
just
mean,
great people.
all characters aside, I have a laugh with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's quite a funny lad. So I mean, me, as you can tell, me without character, I laugh at anything. So so it's yeah. Even even everyone in training in the locker room, we all have a good laugh. So it's
That should be though, isn't it?
yeah, it's good to have. Yeah,
That it should be. It's
might
exactly
as
how it
well
should be.
you might as well have a laugh with him and then throw him about in the ring later. It's
Yeah, of course.
them, innit?
Of course, yeah. That as well. One thing I'm actually curious with, and whether you want to tell me or not, perfectly up to you. Where did the name Ace Wheeler come from? Like, what was it that inspired it?
Well, um,
Because I
me
personally actually
cousins,
like the name.
me cousins are a bit of a bit wrestling, a bit like a wrestling fan. So I was having a bit of a discussion with them. I was thinking, you know, I'm struggling here. No, I've got to pick a name. Got to pick an outfit to wear in the ring. What am I going to do? Uh, my original name was that I wanted was Aaron Matthews, which is me two brothers' names like together.
Oh,
If you know what I
cool.
mean. But and then I wanted to, and then my cousin suggested like maybe Ace, because like Edge has got just Edge, just
Yeah.
one. So I thought maybe if I go Ace, but then something was missing from it.
Mm.
So like when the ring announcers do me name now, and they're going Ace Wheeler, like that.
Yeah.
I think that sounds better than just Ace.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that I'd never just go as Ace. Time might tell. But yeah, I was doing a lot of name generators on the internet.
Yeah. I know what you mean
Trying
with
to
that.
spam different names. So me and my cousin, we were just like rotating names together. Like I'd said one name, he said another name, and we kind of took Ace from what I was going to be, and then we just thought, we'll just go with Wheeler sound. Ace, we were doing like Ace this, Ace that, Ace Wheeler, and I thought Ace Wheeler sounds all right, so we'll go with Ace Wheeler.
Yeah.
So,
I've been in that similar situation with it was with a friend back in the day. Um, we were trying to think of a name for a YouTube channel like ages ago, and yeah, name generator sort of thing. So I get it. I get
yeah,
that.
I know me cousins, they help me quite a lot.
Mm.
Um, like with me with me promos and like me highlight videos, the edit, the good with the technology, and I'm like I start turning into Ace Wheeler when it comes to anything with technology. I just it's so I just go yeah, sort of the thing. So it's good to have a pair of hands to help
Yeah,
when you know and plus they're good at what they do. So you know the way they
yeah.
edit the videos, it makes even though I'm doing the promos, it with them editing the videos like different screens or whatever, it just makes the promo look a hell of a lot better by the way. So, you know, massive respect to the both of them. Um, my promos probably wouldn't be as good if if they wasn't giving me an hand here and there. Then
It's good
it's
to have people there.
yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, I mean, better being honest. I could have said, "Oh, it was all me," but no, you've got to be honest. You've got to.
Getting hiding from the cousins afterwards. I
But
know what you mean
yeah,
with that.
you've
Yeah.
got to. Because my dream is to be in WWE. So you know, if I do get there and, it's probably, you know, with the help of them doing me promos and that's probably what's got me noticed because I do quite a lot of promos. I don't know if you've seen any of them, but I
I
do
have
quite
it.
a lot of promos. They've started to get noticed a hell of a lot more now. But
Good.
um, as I was first starting, it was so I was just doing them in like me car, you know,
Yeah.
me room. Um, but I think that was just I had nowhere else to do it at the time, and a bit of a confidence issue as well. Because
Yeah.
when you're speaking on a video, you're always like, "Oh," but
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
but
Me speaking
I
with
found a
someone
place now.
online,
So
me having a conversation with someone online, for me, I'm talking to a friend. But if I'm to do a video on my own, it that comfort zone's gone. So I completely understand what you mean
yeah,
now.
I mean, I found a place now which is famously called the Ace Wheeler Compound. So
Okay.
yeah, I do a lot of my promos there. Um, but there's going to be more to come there. But I'm just trying to find the right spots in the actual compound to because it gives an edge to my character
Yeah, yeah,
because my character's quite an aggressive character. He likes to shout. Um, and yeah, it is, if I was doing one in the street, it is a bit, like that people watching you and it's like, ooh. But
yeah,
once I'm, it doesn't matter if I'm out in the streets, as soon as I'm in the zone and I'm Ace Wheeler, I don't care what they think, you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's just that the first take of your promo that you're doing and people are looking at you like that. But then after that, you're just like, you know what I
yeah,
mean? Sack them, just do it. But no, it's one of
yeah.
them. It doesn't take me long to get into character.
No,
You know what I mean? So
it's tough. Like when you're first starting, like it can be tough. Like it's weird because doing a promo, say if you say a promo cast or something like that, doing a promo in front of like 7 or 8 other people, like your peers, like that's much harder than when you're in the ring doing one.
yeah.
Because, like, in my opinion, anyway, because like when I what I found anyway at my show, so as soon as I came through those curtains, or well, the door as it was, but whatever, and got in
Mhm.
front of the crowd, like, oh, everything just went. All that like nerves just went, and that was me. So, like, but when you're doing it like in front of a when something getting recorded, like say in the street or at home or in the compound, um, like it can be sometimes that's a bit more difficult because that feels a lot more personal to you. So
Yeah.
I can imagine that being a lot more difficult.
I mean, when I'm in a match, you know, our confidence is like 112%, 100
Yeah.
million percent.
Mm.
So I just shout the first thing that's on my head. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you've watched it, but when I grabbed Maddie, I was saying calling her a bitch and said she should be in a
Yeah.
kitchen. But that's just me when I'm in the zone. I just say what's on my head. You know, but it's it's quite and in the end, it could either go one way, it could either go really bad or really good. But
Oh yeah.
you know, it's been going really good so far. So
You've got to do you at the end of the day. You've got to be organic, ain't you? If you try and be somebody else, they'll notice. Fans are
I mean,
smart.
that's what I'm trying to. You know, I'm trying to do something different because all like the heels are based on the same sort of characters, aren't they? Like, but I want to do something different.
Yeah.
I want to. you don't see many wrestlers headbutting fans. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean. That I wanna break the boundaries. So it's like, oh, he won't do nothing, but this Ace Wheeler will.
Mm.
Stuff like that. Like it makes me stand out from the rest because I don't know if you've seen anyone else in the LWF attack a fan because I haven't.
Not that I can think. Not that I can remember. They've already attacked
Unless
me.
unless it's before my time, but since I've been here, I've seen no one do it, so it kind of keeps me unique from the other people.
I know what you
That
mean.
so
That's
it's like,
what you need. You need that edge, that thing.
yeah,
As soon as you found it, you're playing Salem.
it just makes me stand out. It's just like I'm not just going shut up. I'm actually doing something which is like people can see me doing it and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, know what I mean? But I enjoy doing it. I mean, I'm happy to do whatever. I mean, I'm quite an aggressive person. You know what I mean? So with me character, it is like I'm squaring up to fight them sort of thing, which
Yeah.
I think is good as well. But yeah.
Any promotions you've got in mind? Any other promotions?
Um, no, not really. No, I've
Mm.
I've I've kind of been just LWF boy. You know, um, I've started off there, haven't I? So
Yeah.
you know, loyalty's
Yeah.
a big word.
100%.
So it's not like, oh, thank you very much, LWF, I'm off. It's not like that. It's
100%
you
get
know,
that.
they've done me a favor by putting me in these matches. Probably, you know, after 3 weeks, people, no one would have thought. I never thought after 3 weeks training I'd be in a match, but stuff they've done for me.
Yeah.
So, you know, why is there any need to switch and go other places? I know there's big opportunities out there, but if the opportunities come to me, then I'll speak to Mr. B and stuff, and I'll do it on the head right away. No,
I
because I
like that.
feel like if anyone approaches me, I feel like it's my loyalty to tell Mr. B, like, look, which I'm all about that. You know what I mean? It's like, I've started there, so
I read it. That's brilliant. Same mindset as me. Same mindset as me. If I'm well, when I'm to break in as the manager, as same mindset. If someone comes to
yeah.
me, it's
I mean,
exactly the same.
if it happened,
I
Mr. B will
respect that.
probably say, if it happened, Mr. B will probably say, yeah, go for it, mate.
Mm,
But it's just, I'd never like just go, oh yeah, I'm off. You know what I
mm,
mean?
yeah,
They've done in these little months, they've done loads for me, LWF. So, you know, you've got to pay the respect, and I am quite
definitely.
loyal. To be fair, it's they gave me an opportunity to help train and develop me when there was nowhere else. So
Yeah,
I'm not really, you know, I'm. I think. Long story short, what I'm trying to say is, I want to be the big man in LWF. I want to be the man in LWF.
I like that.
Before I even worry about anywhere else, I want to be, the top man.
I like that. Massively like that, and I
Want
can't
to
wait to
want to
see
be
it.
one of the. I want to be one of the top heels. I want to be, like I said, I want to be the duo champion. You know, it's LWF don't know what they're getting themselves in for with Ace Wheeler. But yeah, it's yeah. Once I'm the top guy.
Maybe.
Well, not maybe, but
I
I'm more focused on my LWF career.
like that. I respect it.
And LWF's the sort of place where I'd wrestle for the rest of my career if,
Yeah,
you know, and even down the line, if I do wrestle other places, I'd still be wrestling for LWF. So, you know, if I was to hang my boots up, it would be with the LWF, where you start, where you finish. So,
I respect it.
you
Massively
know,
respect it.
sounding
It's a
like a
great
baby
place.
face now, but
I know,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm a twat, really. But it's
uh,
yeah. So
I
yeah.
respect this, respect it, and I'm exactly the same in that regard. They gave you the opportunity, and there you go. They've given me the opportunity as a backstage interviewer. You were my first backstage interview.
Was I? Yeah, yeah. So we meet
Hmm.
again. Yeah.
I know,
And could you tell how
indeed.
nervous I was on that first interview?
You've grown a lot since. You've grown a lot.
I
But hey, we all do. We all do. We all grow.
think I just wanted to get in the ring and get it over with on my first match because I
Yeah,
was like that way. Like, but it's yeah.
hey, it works. It
I
works.
think I think I'm just made up because when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was wrestle.
Yeah.
Watching WWE and everything, and like there wasn't really well any wrestling schools when I was a kid to go to. So like people like Maddie, who started training with him when she was 12, 13, I think it was. That's that's where I wanted to be, but
Yeah.
obviously it never happened. But for them to get the opportunity at that age to start learning is, incredible.
Yeah, it is. It
And I
really
feel like
is.
if the LWF was around when I was 12, 13, I'd have been there now. Um, but it
Uh,
must have been one of them things. Because in my
It's
in my head, in my head, I thought to be a wrestler, you've got to move to America and you've got to go to a school in America. But because British wrestling wasn't really, there was no really much schools where no one was
mm,
really promoting it. But over the last, like, I think I'll tell you when I first found LWF, it was in the lockdown. Crazy enough,
oh
yeah, Monday Night
uh
Mutinies, I think it was called something like that.
yeah.
Used to watch them, yeah, and I've been following them for a few years before I started. But I was always like, I'll tell you one thing here, right? Just God's honest truth. When I when the lockdown finished and I seen the advertisements up to the thing, come to training, we do training and all that. I was like, I looked at myself and I was like, I was 71 kg. I was dead skinny, and I was like, they'll just laugh at me if I turn up to here because I don't look like a wrestler at all. But so that year after, I spent a full year in the gym eating the right stuff, doing this, bulking myself up to be what I am now. And when I was happy with, yeah, I look like a wrestler. That's when I signed up to join.
Yeah.
So for me, it was something. As soon as I seen the LWF, it was something I was going to join, but it was just I didn't, you know.
I know the feeling.
So I've done my graft.
I know the feeling completely. I used to back in a couple of years ago. It was I was actually having PT sessions before lockdown and everything, and the world turned upside down. Um, but I was hitting what 320 kg on leg press for 5 reps. So I was like in good nick, like really good nick. Now I can't move without my knees hurting. So yeah,
You and me both.
yeah. it's mad when you look back and think, I thought I was big then. Like, I've not big as in muscly, and big as in like I thought I was like out of shape and fat back then. When I look at myself now, so like, it's mad what perspective can do. But I think getting up and getting my ass to get ass to the gym would help. I just miss the graft. I miss it. Like it's weird saying you miss the pain of the gym, but it's something you don't. It's something you can't really convey without the person going having gone to the gym themselves and knowing what you mean. I
Yeah.
know I miss that pain of going to the gym, and yeah, I'd love to get back into it, get back in shape, especially for my next Wrestle Story show next year. This year, sorry, it'll be the end of this year.
Question is Ace Wheeler going to be on that?
So I'd love to get you on it, mate. I'd love to. Genuinely, it is very difficult to book a second show because you want to book the people you had on the first show, but then you want
Oh,
to.
you never had me on the first show, did you?
I'm a booker now. It's just a difficult part of being a booker.
Listen, I'll just come in and attack someone with my hood up. I'll just, after the match, I'll just do a running and get off. I'll just run in, spear, get off.
Fair enough.
Maybe headbutt some of the fans on the way out. I'm off.
if hmm, there'll be a few people I can point you to headbutting.
Yeah, I'll do that. At least I'm part of the show then, aren't
I, I'm loving your gimmick, mate. I'd
I?
be more than happy to. I'd be absolutely more than happy to have you on. It'd be awesome. It's just
Yeah.
it's tough booking the second show now because you want to freshen it up with different talent, but it's who you drop from the first show, and then it's tough. But if I want to freshen it up with different ideas and different things, so basically watch this space, everyone. It's gonna be fun.
Hoping I'm
Uh,
on it. Hoping I get a message off you yourself.
yeah, it's thinking
Because
of who to put you
I'll
up
give you a
against.
wrestle story. Bet on that.
Mr. Wheeler, do you have anything you'd like to promote? Any shows, anything, social media, anything you'd like to promote, mate?
Well, first of all and foremost, I'd like to promote myself, Ace Wheeler. Hit me up on Instagram, Ace Wheeler. No, no seriousness. No, I'd like to promote the next mutiny on the 18th of February. Um, I'm not going to get into detail because I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave the surprise of what I'm doing on that show for the advertisement. But as you can see, I'm on the poster.
Always good.
Recognition where recognition deserves.
I
I don't know if you've seen the Riot one as well, right at the front,
have.
where I belong, right at the front.
I've seen that. Yeah, love it.
Yeah, so yes, I'd like to promote the next mutiny, and the Lancashire Riot as well. That they're going to be. I'm sure. No, on the 23rd as well. 23rd. I'll just promote all of them. Yeah. But yeah.
uh, Base, thanks for coming on, mate. It's been an
Yeah, no
absolute
problem.
pleasure talking to
Thanks for having us. Tell you what, this would have took a dark turn if I was in character.
you.
Tell you. But yeah, been good. Yeah,
Thank you, and catch you next time.
yeah. See you later.